Sawasdee and welcome to Paul's Selection. In this channel, we talk about 5 things in life and the reason why I choose them. Well, today, of course, you can see here, I have some item here. I have a friend of mine who have just recently come back from London and I asked him to buy a special item for me. What is it about? Let's find out. Well, in this channel, we talk about 5 things in life and the reason why I choose them. How about you? Why do you choose these and those and that? Anyway, everybody has reason for that, and let's find out what is yours. Anyway, today we'll be talking about discovery and also, of course, first impression and unboxing of a perfume. What else, right? If this is your first time visiting this channel, please subscribe, like, share if you like this kind of contents. And of course, you can comment, discuss, and then share your thought about this, your passion. Maybe we have something in common. Anyway, today I have this. This one is Nahema from Guerlain. Of course, this one, well, let's put this away from our table. This one, Nahema is from Le Légendaire collection, or the legendary, okay, the legendary collection from Guerlain. But this one is Eau de Parfum in the size 75 ml. Nahema. Okay, let's find out. But this one is Guerlain, and somehow the Guerlain distributor in Thailand, where I live, they don't bring this in. I don't know why. Well, in fact, the whole collection. So I have to ask a friend of mine to really buy it from me. And thanks for his generosity and kindness, of course. All right, so let's find out about this together. I'm not sure if you have heard about this kind of perfume before. Well, Nahema, okay, or Nahema. This one is what has been listed as one of the best rose perfume out there. Well, the wrap is out. The box is very simple. Paper, of course, gold with the sign. Okay, the Guerlain sign on top. And of course, this is Nahema. Very simple, nothing much. Okay, there's a cardboard support inside. That's all. Because the most important part is this. Okay, let me put this away here as well. Nahema. Okay, there are many ways that you can pronounce this. Nahema, Nahema, or Nahema. I guess it depends where you're from. The cap is just a snap lock plastic. Nothing fancy. Okay, but I think that, yeah, it's quite safe to lift from the lid here. And how does it smell like? This is gonna be the first discovery. The first impression. I'm not sure if you can see the distribution. Quite nice. Okay, let it develop a little bit. Yes, it's rose. When I asked a friend of mine to buy Nahema for me, he actually called me from London and asked me if I really want Nahema, because he said that it smells like toilet cleaner. But from other YouTube channels that I've been following, they say that this is one of the best roses out there, because this is not straight rose. Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, this is very well, from what I can smell. First, of course, is rose. But well, while waiting for Nahema to develop, let's talk about this fragrance a little bit. the name Nahema actually came from a story called 1001 Night or 1001 Arabian Night or Arabian Nights in general. Well, the story about 1001 Nights or Arabian Nights, this is actually a story from the ancient time that has been passed from generation to generation. But it was first published in English in the 1700s. And this is a story about the King Shahryar or Sultan, because this story is from the Arabian culture. So this King Shahryar or Sultan Shahryar, he had a wife, and well, his wife cheated on him, and he was very upset. And of course, as a rule at the time, his wife got killed, and then of course he got married again with another girl, and then that girl cheated on him again. So what happened? He killed her, he executed her, and he felt so bad that he cannot get married again. He has lost faith in love. So what happens? People try to to persuade him, because the kingdom must be maintained. He must get married, he must have children and that kind of thing, and of course, girls after girls, once he get married, well, instead of letting the love grow, he was so much afraid that he got cheated again. So he killed every girl after a night of marriage. So this is nothing good, right? Until one day, Scheherazade, a girl, smart girl, of course, decided to, well, maybe at the time she was sent to become his wife, and she was so afraid that she'll get killed afterward, after that night. What did she do? Well, instead of, the marriage night, she said, before the marriage, she would like to see her sister for the very last time. And of course, this involved her sister. When the sister came in, and of course, this is like the last wish, because everybody know that she got killed, okay, after the marriage. So the Sultan Shahryar allowed her to see her sister, and the sister asked her, this is a plan, okay, this was a plan. The sister asked her to tell the story, and of course the King Shahryar was there and listened to a story. And this is a long story about things, animals, plants, the earth, the sun, the moon, the angel, the stories, okay. But of course, at the end of the story, well, not the end of the story, it was dawn. The next morning, the story was not finished, but it was like in the exciting part, so it was suspending. And the king, the Shahryar, he was so keen, okay, to find out the ending of the story, and she said, no, let's wait until the next night, okay. And of course, she finished her story, but then the sister asked her to continue telling another story. So she kept going on, and of course, for 1001 nights. Yes, and during this number of nights, she had told so many stories, and one story that it was included is about Nahema. When we talk about Nahema, this is actually one of the stories that have been told during that 1001 nights, and this is a story about a king, okay, a sultan who had difficult time to have kids, to have children, and once he had children, came out to be twin, okay. The twins were these twin girls. They look very similar, but they had totally different personality. And of course, one of the girls was named Nahema, and the other girl was named Mahane. If you look carefully, these two names actually are the same, like a reflection of two persons, but they are totally opposite, like mirror image, but they are totally opposite, right? Mahane is very sweet, gentle, kind, and very shy, whereas Nahema is the opposite of that. So these sisters, they love each other, but you know, they are just a totally opposite. When they grew up, of course, the king would like them to get married. Most of the prince that came, of course, they fell in love with Nahema, which is, you know, very beautiful, seductive, like fire, you know, burning fire. Like the smell that I can smell right now is rose, red rose with peach. Yeah, I can smell peach, like sweet, very sweet peach, but powdery, dry. Yeah, and I can see lust. Okay, I can tell that this is very lustful rose. It's not a rose that is not just rose. It has something that I cannot really pick, I mean, point out and you know, tear apart the composition. It's different. If I want to explain, maybe it's just like Nahema. She is very outspoken. That means this fragrance is very loud. Sweet, but not sweet like proper sweet. This is sweet like seductive. And not your typical kind of rose. I would say that Nahema is something like that. But of course, let's get back to the story. Of course, all the princes who came fell in love with the seductive and lustful, sensual Nahema. But of course, Nahema, she is like a free spirit. She did not want to fall in love with anyone. You know, she enjoyed her life and she's like fire. All the princes came to see both of them fell in love with Nahema because, you know, she is very seductive, she is very sensual, sexy, you know, all that thing. But Nahema, she did not want to get married. What happened? Well, she sent her sister to get married. And then, of course, instead of herself, she gave her sister a rose. Actually, there's a rose variety called Nahema. And that rose variety smell maybe just like this. I have never smelled Nahema rose by myself, but maybe this is what they try to imitate. So you have to find out and let me know. Anyway, so this is story about Nahema, the princess, okay, who is free spirit, fierce like fire, and she loves single life. You know, she did not want to be bound to anyone. So that's Nahema, the story. But the fragrance itself, I would say that it's not that fiery. In fact, I think that this is rather clean. I can smell sandalwood. This is woody rose with touch of I can smell iris for sure. I can smell apricot, peach, but that's all I can get. Yeah, maybe musk, white musk, maybe. But definitely this is rose that is not just a rose. Well, that's for now, my first impression and the unboxing of Nahema from Guerlain. I hope you like it, and until next time, สวัสดีครับ